some small reservations, but the emails are flooding in favour of it. 6 months ago, Aucklander Glenda Mullaney decided she wanted to raise some money for Women's Refuge. She's a board member of the Kia Te Mato Anō Trust. The idea was simple: complete a 12k obstacle course and raise some money for a worthy cause. She asked a couple of senior IT executives if they'd be keen to join it. They said yes, but insisted they set the bar a bit high, and so the 4 Peaks Challenge was born. Glenda, Jonathan Ailes and Pat O'Connor have been training ever since and fundraising very hard, and at the end of last week they set off on their trek. How did they do? Tony Reid sent them off with a handy cam.
So what are we up to, Pat?
I'm going to go and climb that lump of dirt out there.
6 a.m. Thursday morning, and you know spirits are high when Mount Taranaki gets referred to as a lump of dirt.
The sun's just coming up. And
a great night's sleep.
I want to go to the bathroom.
OK, so there may be a few nerves, and why wouldn't there be? Because the 3 blind mice, as they've dubbed themselves, have not 1 but 4 mountains to climb: Taranaki, Ruapehu, Ngarahoe and Tongariro. It sounded like a good idea.
I remember sitting in a boardroom with 2 guys in suits having this great idea to climb 4 mountains.
Didn't look so far on the map,
and
did
I
it,
thought,
really?
yeah, why not? Let's give it a go. Until I climbed my first mountain and thought, what have I got myself into?
Yeah. For the next 35 hours, Glenda, Pat and Jonathan will be at the mercy of the elements. The forecast is for 100 km/h winds. Then there's the snow. But these guys are totally prepared. Crampons, ice axes, helmets.
Trust, I trust these 2 guys with my life, so it's we have built up a good bond.
And I share my hot ribena with them, and which is a hell of a lot for me.
So it's about 9:45. Support crew, we've just made it back down to the van. We've heard that the 3 blind mice have summited and they're on their way back down.
1 down, 3 to go. Time for a hot ribena.
It was actually the one I was most concerned about, but it seemed to be okay. The weather was mixed. The wind was absolutely diabolical, and we all got blown over, nearly blinded by bits of pebbles and stuff because it was blowing a hoolie.
From here, it's a short chopper ride to their next destination, Ruapehu, where there is a bit of a gear change as Glenda, Pat and Jonathan prepare themselves for some very snowy terrain.
There's a little knob on the right-hand side. We're just heading just for a little slot to the left of that.
Yeah.
And that's where we head over the crater lip.
Okay.
That's it. Okay, these are the pinnacles with Mount Ngarahoe and Mount Tongariro behind them.
And while the mountains stand tall, the bodies are beginning to slump.
Now my mouth's freezing again. Oh hell.
This is what climbing is all about. Beautiful view like this. Sore bodies. It's all worth it because you get a fantastic view. How's it going, Pat?
Oh, pretty good. I'm absolutely buggered. That is good.
11 hours after our trio set off, another milestone is reached.
Well, here we are on top of Ruapehu. Absolutely tuck it out. We're going to head on down now and have a cup of tea and a lie down.
Friday morning, and you will notice a couple of things. Clothing's been shed, the hard hats are gone, and Pat and Glenda have ditched their backpacks, leaving Jonathan to carry their water and provide the commentary. They have reached the top of Ngarahoe.
Oh, hell.
Mount Taranaki in the distance, so we climbed that yesterday starting 6 o'clock in the morning, and we flew by helicopter, and if you pan to the left you can see peeping over the ridge of this crater rim, you can see Mount Ruapehu, and these are the best conditions I've ever had up here. Unbelievable.
3 down, 1 to go. Tongariro waits.
Any bits in particular hurt?
Everything hurts.
The final push begins. We lose our 3 blind mice into the thick of the boulders. 4.5 hours later, the end is in sight, and to Glenda's surprise, 2 of her best friends have turned up to cheer her on.
We're finished!
All done.
They've raised $20,000. That figure is still climbing. The money will go to Women's Refuge.
Any regrets, Carl? No, don't.
Well, actually, yeah, saying that's not a bad idea when Jonathan suggested it.
No regrets. We did it and we've raised money. We've raised lots of money for the refuge and it was all worth it.
Yeah, it's good.
Tony Reid reporting so much feedback on Gareth Morgan. We're going to revisit